What's good? It's your boy Jay, that's me. Let's dive into Impact Wrestling's Victory Road for September the 8th, 2023. Pretty okay show for the most part. Could have been better, but it was okay. So, we start things off with the pre-show. So, Alan Angels got on the mic. He belittled the crowd. And out came Guido. And he defeated Alan Angels. Then it was Ace Austin and Chris Bay, ABC versus Brian Myers and Moose, with ABC getting the win. And that was the pre-show. Now, the pre-show was a little bit janky for whatever reason. I don't know why. That's not good. All right, on to the main show, onto the main card. First match of the night. Lio Rush versus Kushida for the Impact X Division Championship. Lio Rush gets the win via the low blow, followed by the final hour for the 1, 2, 3. Pretty decent little match to kick the show off. Next, we get a clip of Bully Ray hitting PCO with a car during the pre-show. That was badass. Santino Marella medical personnel tried to help PCO, but he rose up from the stretcher. Okay, don't really give a shit about that. Moving on. MK Ultra, which is Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly, versus Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans for the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships. MK Ultra, they retain via the snowplow. Really good shit there. I love my girls. Love them. I want to go on record and say that I think that Tasha Steelz is probably gone from Impact. We've not seen her in months. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she's injured. I don't know if she had maybe a mental breakdown. I don't know what it is, but we've not seen Tasha Steelz in quite some time. My guess is she's probably done with Impact. It's been months since we've seen her. I can't remember when was the last time we saw her. I mean, like I say, she might be injured. She might be having a mental health crisis. We don't know. But she's nowhere to be found. I don't know. I don't know. Moving on. So PCO, he went looking for Bully Ray. But Bully Ray hit him with a chair, then put lighter fluid on PCO. Bully said, "We're seeing the last of Carl Ofet and PCO." And then he lit up a flame, but PCO spit lighter fluid in Bully's face, and Bully ran out screaming. I'm like, oh my God, enough of this bullshit. Next, Crazzy Steve versus Black Taurus. Very good match. I like what they're doing with Crazzy Steve. Crazzy Steve gets the win via the DDT for the 1, 2, 3. I'm fine with that. Hopefully, this feud will continue. Moving on. Gia Miller, she interviewed Tommy Dreamer. He talked about putting his career on the line tonight and talked about this being the building where he first fell in love with wrestling. And Tommy Dreamer said that if it's his last match, he's glad it was here. But if not, there's another chapter in his career. So then this leads us into Tommy Dreamer versus Kenny King for the Impact Wrestling Digital Media Championship. So Tommy Dreamer came out in Terry Funk attire and everything, and I knew right then and there he was going to win, which he does. So Tommy Dreamer wins via the DDT. Pretty decent little match. The crowd was mega into this. Moving on. Jordan Grace versus Deonna Purrazzo. Really good match, really hard-hitting. So, Jordan Grace gets the win via the Juggernaut Driver for the 1, 2, 3. So I'm still on the fence of whether Jordynne Grace is going to stick around in Impact or go to WWE or AEW. Again, I see no point in her staying long with Impact. If I was Jordynne Grace, I still would try to go to WWE or AEW. I think she'd be a perfect fit in WWE. They could send her to NXT for about a good year and a half. She's still fairly young. She's 27, so she's fairly young. And, I mean, she would do well in WWE, AEW. She would just get lost in the shuffle. She probably would get the Taya Valkyrie treatment, if we're being honest, if she goes to AEW. But I am hoping that she does go to WWE. I think she'll be tremendous there. I really do. She's just wasting away in Impact, if we're being honest. I mean, she's done everything that she can possibly do there. She's been 2-time Knockouts champion and 2 times Knockouts Tag Team champion. Like, what more can she do? I don't get it. Next, the match I didn't give a fuck about. Bully Ray versus PCO, anything goes match. PCO gets the win by throwing Bully through a table for the 1, 2, 3. Who gives a shit? Speaking of who gives a shit, that's about Eric Young and Scott D'Amore. So they were interviewed by Gia Miller. They talked about Impact 1000 and being Impact Originals. Scott talked about shows that haven't reached 1,000 episodes. Eric Young said he'll be there on the 1,000 episode. And I'm just like, fuck this. So this leads us into the Rascalz, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz versus the Mercy Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin for the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Championships. The Rascalz retain. The Good Hands get involved, and the Rascalz win with the spray. So I'm fine with that. I do think that they'll probably end up turning Alex Shelley heel after they do the Fallout to Victory Road and Impact 1000. I do see Alex Shelley turning full-fledged heel when he faces Josh Alexander at Bound for Glory. Again, they're also advertising Will Ospreay. I don't know what he's going to be doing there. I really don't. So this leads us into Trinity versus Alisha Edwards, with Eddie Edwards by her side for the Knockouts World Championship. So Eddie Edwards introduces his wife, and then they both insult the crowd, and then fans threw glow sticks in the ring, which was cool. That was great. So Trinity gets the win via the full Nelson, and she wrapped her legs around the waist of Alisha Edwards. Also, there was a table spot in the match. Trinity, I think, did a swanton to the table, taking out Eddie Edwards. Also, Frankie Kazarian and his wife got involved. Who gives a shit? But I'm glad that my girl won. Moving on, we got the announcement of the inductions of Mike Tenay and the late, great Don West being inducted into the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame, which was great. I can't wait for that. That's going to kick major ass. So really good on Impact for doing that. And then this leads us into the main event. Josh Alexander versus Steve Maclin. Nothing was on the line. Josh Alexander gets the win via the C4 spike for the 1, 2, 3. This went kind of long. So I'm guessing, what are you going to do with Maclin? I don't know. They might do a triple threat at Bound for Glory. Steve Maclin versus Josh Alexander versus Alex Shelley. They might go that route. And then they might do Alexander and Shelley at Hard to Kill next year. They might do it like that. I don't know. All in all, the show itself was okay. It could have been better for the most part, but it just felt like a regular episode of Impact, if we're being honest. Jordynne Grace being back is fine. Her and Deanna tore the house down. Tommy Dreamer winning, that's fine. The Digital Media Championship really isn't all that important. And then the main event was hard-hitting, but I don't really care about Steve Maclin or Josh Alexander. The problem with Impact, they need fresh blood. I've been saying this for months. They need fresh blood. Quick, fast, and hurry. But overall, the show itself was okay. But what did you guys think? Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for my videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Alright.